Before I step into the full arc of my 2026 story, I want to begin with the pieces that came before the unraveling. December's long forms are a prelude. The roots, the conditioning, the patterns that shaped everything that followed. To understand the woman I became, you have to see where I came from. My father didn't raise me. He conditioned me to earn love, to fear my own needs, and to normalize the very behaviors that later shattered me. My father didn't raise me. He conditioned me, quietly, consistently, and long before I ever had the awareness to question it. Conditioned me to believe that love had terms, conditioned me to believe that affection was something you performed for, conditioned me to believe that if I wanted peace, I had to make myself smaller. And the thing about growing up in a narcissistic household is that your childhood doesn't feel like a childhood. It feels like a job where you're hired to manage someone else's emotions, a job where your worth depends on your compliance. I learned early that my needs weren't just ignored, they were inconvenient. As a child, you don't have language for that. You just adapt. You self-abandon. You shut down pieces of yourself so the house doesn't shake. His world was the only world allowed to exist, and I was just expected to orbit around it, quietly, predictably, gratefully. But here's what no one tells you about children who grow up like this. Your nervous system becomes your parent. It trains you. It teaches you to brace before you even speak, to calculate before you even feel, to anticipate the storm before it even forms. And you carry those reflexes into adulthood without even realizing it. You start choosing partners who feel familiar. You get attached to environments that mirror the emotional climate you grew up inside. You mistake chaos for intensity. You mistake control for stability. You mistake love for labor. But the first real crack in the illusion happens when you realize you were never nurtured. You were managed. And when that realization hits, you start seeing your childhood with clarity for the first time. You see the patterns, the conditioning, the parts of yourself you silenced just to survive. And the grief that comes with that awareness is its own kind of awakening. Because this is what healing looks like for children who grew up under narcissistic parents. Rewriting a reality that was never built for you, and finally claiming the space you spent your entire life being told you didn't deserve. But the thing is, we only come to the realization of our childhood being a cage when we outgrow the version of ourselves that fit inside of it.